Hey everyone, thank you for your hard work during this season. This virus is an equal opportunity infector, impacting literally every church and minister. So no matter what you're facing, you're not alone. We're in this together. It reminds me of the central theme of a main message God has given me in this first season of being superintendent: connection. I believe God wants us to be a better connected network in four main ways: connected to our Creator, to our colleagues, to the corporation of the Assemblies of God, and to our communities. So let's focus on the first one, Creator. I believe there's three behaviors which are main indicators of being close to God. Number one is a heart of worship. The closer we get to God, the more we want to please Him, put a smile on His face in all that we do. Number two is leaning into the Spirit. The closer we get to God, the more we seek to hear His voice directing our decisions moving forward. And number three is conviction. The closer we get to God, the more humbled we are by our sinful nature, and we place ourselves in a position for God to change us. What are some other behaviors you recognize as indicators of being close to God? As far as examples, I want to point you towards the ministry of Good News Church in Omaha. Their worship is a main identity in their services. They've got several prayer initiatives that happen daily across their body, and all of their staff exude a great humility which comes from that basis of conviction. As far as ministers go, I want to point you towards our assistant superintendent, Gary Hoyt. He's got a great worship always in our corporate gatherings. He's got a great countenance of humility no matter who he's ever talking to. And then he also has great words of wisdom in our presbyter and executive meetings. In fact, several times he said things that I felt were directly from God, not because he said that, but because you could tell by his character and delivery. Who are some other great examples you notice in our network? As far as a biblical example, I want to point you to the first martyr, Stephen, in Acts 7. As the Sanhedrin rushed at him to kill him, he looked up and prayed, committed his spirit to God, and then asked God to forgive the people who were hurting him. What kind of power does it take to ask God to forgive those who were hurting us in the moment? What a great indicator of being close to God. And we know he was, because when he looked up, he saw Jesus standing at the right hand of God. Only he saw that. The toughest moment of his life was his closest moment to God. And that's what all of us want. But we can only find that if we regularly connect with our Creator during the normal parts of our lives. So let me help you. I've created a page on our website with my prayer initiatives for the network. I invite you to join me in moving forward. First thing is, I dedicate the first hour of my ministry work every day to the Lord in prayer. I also have dedicated one meal a week that I will fast and pray. Mine is Fridays over lunch. Yours can be whenever you like. The third thing is a list of prayer requests I pray regularly for our network, ranging from the devotional life of the minister to raising up leaders as an inheritance. And then the final thing is a form we've created that you can submit directly to me, telling me the things you hear God speaking and saying to you. I'm making major decisions for our network, and I'm surrounded by a close team of advisors helping me discern what God's saying, and we need your help because you are a valuable part of our team. But that's why every minister needs to assess how connected they are to our Creator. Let me ask you, how often do you tuck away privately to worship the Lord? What initiatives are you passionately pursuing because God's voice is primarily driving you forward? And what would others say about your countenance in working with all the different people you do if you carry an attitude of humility and grace? You see, this is a weird season where our schedules are disrupted. Many of you are so busy that maybe your quiet time has gotten snuffed out. Or maybe you've had so much time on your hands that you're not as productive because you're out of your routine. You see, it might feel like a burden trying to connect in all these ways, but the truth is, if we get the first one right, then all the other areas will fall in line. And so I'm inviting you to stop looking around at the things around you right now and take a moment and look up. What is God showing you? I'm praying that Jesus will give you a fresh revelation of who He is and that you will hear Him inviting you to connect with your Creator along with me every day. Hey, thanks for listening. Always remember, walk holy, work hard, and worship Him. We'll see you next time.